Alrighty, yeah. So huge climb, Plat 4 to Masters 5 currently, correct?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Yeah, really nice. Nicely done. What have you noticed is like the biggest change between the two ranks or the two ranks?
In terms of like teammates or just like how the game's played, you
The
mean?
game's played. Anything that jumps out at you? Like what's what do you know?
I feel like generally, if only slightly, everyone seems slightly more coordinated. Like
Mm,
they seem to have a better grasp on um, like how I guess the word would be tempo, like
hmm
the speed of their characters and their teammates, like how quickly, um, how they want fights to play out, basically.
mm, yeah, nice. Okay. And is that something that you're feeling very comfortable with in terms of keeping up with? Because I think that's one of the bigger adjustments people have when they have big climbs like this. Is that the pace of the gameplay feels very different.
Yeah, I would just say it's less moments of me being surprised at my teammates' decision making. I feel like they we're in sync more often, I guess.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. Cool. That's good to hear. Okay, let's talk about big takeaways, right? Because last time we ended the session by highlighting three larger points. We did throw a lot of information at you. Um, so I just want to like quickly, basically, just quiz you. But what were your previous big takeaways? Do you remember?
So the first one, it was less healing, more prioritizing the damage aspect and like splitting away from your team.
Yeah.
Second, was downtime. So just not like sitting like AFKing on point, like trying to get aggressive angles early before the fight starts, like
hmm
force out like key cooldowns and like movement abilities.
Yeah.
And then third was like how to use ult more effectively, basically.
Cool. Perfect. Perfect. And how are we doing with those? What is there one that you feel like you've made the most progress on, or the least progress on? How's practicing all that stuff been?
Definitely, I feel like the area that I have had the maybe the least noticeable improvement is like downtime. I guess you
Mm,
could say that I'm very conservative in like my risk taking when I feel like I'm not sure whether something is a good idea or not, especially like with uh, the coordination of the enemy team getting into higher ranks. I feel like I'm a lot more easily punishable with any mistakes that I make. So I try
mm,
not to put myself in an overextended position, even if maybe I could get away with it.
Now, is that a
And then
problem with the downtime big takeaway, or is that a problem with the taking angles big takeaway? Because you're kind of straddling
definitely
2 points here,
not
right?
angles. I would say during fights, I'm thinking about like what effective positions that I can take split off from my team, but just like in the like if my team died early, we have to regroup,
hmm
or I'm just somewhere where I could engage the enemy, but I feel like I have the possibility of getting punished. I'll usually like stay back
I
a bit
see.
further.
So you're more referencing like the like shooting enemies before the actual fight starts, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. And then how do we feel about the ult takeaway?
I would say that again, that's something that I have had a lot of thoughts about, just like ult usage. And I would say most of the time when I'm using my ultimate nowadays, it's uh, less like risky. I'm trying to go for less plays, and I'm more just using it like when I have it, when I feel like I could get a kill with it,
Okay.
just popping it, just like to reposition or like to force enemies back and like keep up my team's tempo in the fight.
Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. Hmm. Okay. So is there a specific goal, like when you press Q? Is there a specific goal that in mind, other than just push them back?
Um, well, no, obviously when I use ult, I'm uh, trying to get a kill with it, but sometimes like maybe there's a dive character targeting me. I'll just pop it so that I can both guarantee my life and also increase the chance of like my team turning and punishing them and
Hmm.
that sun bursting and killing them, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's fair. Alrighty. Alrighty. Good. Good. I mean, on paper, all that stuff sounds great, right? Question is, is that actually happening? And of course, that's what we want to see.
Hopefully we'll see that.
Good. Alrighty. Any other questions? Anything else you wanted to bring up before we kind of start here?
Well, I had a lot of notes that I had just written down as I've been playing and thinking about the character in the game. But we could probably go after over that, like after we watch
Okay,
maybe
sure,
a game. Yeah.
sure, sure. So let me start this screen share with you. So I wish we could do that one. If it's like super overexposed, I apologize about that. It's just HDR. Okay. So you sent in two codes. Which did you want to look at first?
Let me check. It would be the first one that I would want to look at. It was the Suravasa game, and
Okay.
that code.
I got it. I already got it.
Okay. Here, let me just pull up your stream. Sorry.
Everything appearing okay to you right now?
Yeah, it's good.
Right. Okay, so nice. We throw pylon towards where we think our team's going. We start to take the left angle, which is fine. Good. I like that you're more focused on doing damage here. Yeah, really good shots. Okay, so this death on the Aristus part is not really your fault. Like, you know, your Ana died, right? To be honest, like this is more of a problem your Ana than you. Okay. Now the question is, you know, where did your Ana die? Why did your Ana die? You know, all that sort of stuff. Okay. The short answer is that again, it's not really something that you could have helped with. In fact, you already gave her the pylon, right? But what we do need to be doing is that once we enter the fight, or where I think the fight is going to be, from this angle, right? And we can't see anybody from this angle, right? That means that this angle is like pretty much irrelevant, especially because things are happening actively, like as we speak, like, you know, in this exact moment that we would like to be contributing to, you know, if we could, right? And so as soon as we come to this angle, we need to realize, okay, this is not the best angle. Like, this is where I thought the fight was going to be, but, you know, I can't really see anything from here, right? There's stuff actively happening where we see our Ana's bottom right, you know, super low, Genji's hacked, all this kind of stuff, right? So we need to move our angle, right? We need to rotate, okay? So which do you think of these two rotations, like these two options that you have here, right? This left option and this right option, which do you think you can do more about?
I'd say left definitely. You know, the
Yeah.
tank is there with the Kiri. My Ana's already dead, and
Yeah.
meanwhile my Sombra's hacked the Genji.
Perfect. So how do we, like, what do we do about it? Like, how do we get there?
I would say either outburst on the left high ground or just walk
Yeah.
and drop bottom.
Yeah, that's it, right? And the walk and drop bottom honestly is going to be like a little slow. Honestly, both options are going to be a little slow because we took a very long rotation to begin with. But that's fine, right? The point is we need to just start going, right? And so I want you to kind of notice like how long something like between when we get this Genji off our Sombra, essentially, right? And between when we actually start doing something of note, right? I just want you to notice how long this period of time, right? So like this doesn't really matter, right? Long. Like we're not really doing anything, still 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 not really doing anything. And then also now we do something, right? And so when we're applying pressure on the Genji on the cast, right, this is really good, but don't let your pedal off, like don't let your foot off the gas pedal, you know what I mean? Like keep pushing them because this is your advantage here. This is the only chance you guys are going to have to win this fight if something happens to these people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we need to like capitalize essentially, right? So when we get people this low, right, and they're this pressured, we cannot just ease up off the gas, go back to main, and then just dump heals into a front line that is doomed to begin with. Make sense? Perfect. Good. I like this rotation. It's fine. I don't like this. Yeah, this is the problem here, right? You see how we start to create an angle here, which is really good, right? We're starting to apply some pressure from a different angle. We'll eventually force the ROM back, maybe force the Juno back, all this kind of stuff, right? But then we collapse back to main and then stack on the same angle. And so if we stay here, for any extended period of time, right? We're relinquishing map control to the enemy team. Make sense?
Mhm.
Yeah. So talk to me. Like, what is going through your head at this moment? Do you remember like why did we do this? Why do you think we did this?
Yeah, so I think yeah, I remember seeing that my tank was constantly like crit, and I was like, obviously something is happening with my other support, like whether they're getting pressured out early or they're just not paying attention to them. So I feel like I need to place my pylon less selfishly, and then play like in a split angle, but in range where I could beam my
Beam your
tank if
yeah.
get low.
Yeah. So ironically, like the angle that you choose, well, the angle that is only available to you, it's not the angle that you choose, right? The angle you choose to do all that stuff in is the angle that they're most aware of. Like this is pretty much the same angle to them as this is, especially if like Rom is like shielding in the way. Like there's nothing you can do here. You know what I mean? Like literally just shooting into a wall, right? So that is why, right? Even when like yes, your tank is crit and people might need help and all this kind of stuff, right? But what will help them more is if you peel some of that attention, like pull some of that pressure away by introducing the second angle when you had the chance. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
Yeah. So it's very like counterintuitive. I know it's like, oh, people are low, so I want to do something and help them. But the way you help them, especially as Illari or someone like Zen or someone like even Lucio to an extent, right? These people who are like are DPSs first and then support second, right? Or healers second, I should say, right? Is you want to be pulling attention early, as early as you can in the fight, so that this doesn't happen in the first place, right? Because now it feels like we're like pot committed, right? Like we have to heal, and then the more we heal, like the more we're gonna have to heal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So good. I think this pylon is fine, right? If you want to help that way, pylon is fine. But then we need to start shooting, right? And then, as you can tell, like this angle just feels like really, really miserable to shoot from, right? And that's not a coincidence because we stacked with our team. So here, it's like, okay, now the only thing we can shoot is tank. And so sometimes that would be the case, sure. But then you have to wonder, is that because my angle is bad? Right? And what do you think?
Yeah, I would say definitely. Do you think now would be the time to go back to the angle that I was considering previously, or just
Yeah.
push forward with my team and like deepen it like towards the Genji?
Yeah, so what? So yeah, you have two options here, right? We basically just need to move, right? We need to do something like our Sojourn is doing and come this side, or we need to get to here and come this side, right? But
Mm.
either is fine. Honestly, I don't think it really matters which one at this point. But we need to do it fast, right? Now, like on paper, which is better? It would be better if we were already here because it's farther distance from Genji. Genji can't close distance on us, all that kind of stuff as easily, right? But you know that's fine. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty. Yeah, and so, you know, we're just like too inactive, to be honest, in the fight. Even though we're not actually inactive, you know what I mean? Yeah, see, again, another perfect opportunity, right? No one really needs your help here, right? No one's in danger. Why are we collapsing back to main when we have the opportunity to create the solve angle here?
I think I'm about to just throw my pylon toward. I forget, but
Okay, but does anybody even need your pylon? You might need the pylon when you push left, right?
yeah, I was just thinking like in the downtime of me rotating there, it would be good
Oh,
to
okay. Yeah,
like not
fair enough.
have them like stalled by
Yeah, fair enough.
the lack
You
of
want to
healing.
just toss pylon here and then move.
And then oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Saw the Genji, and I was like, I really don't want to fight him in that room, and I
Yeah.
don't want to waste the time to rotate all the way around to the.
Yeah. I mean, again, like the opportunity was here when we were already here, right? We didn't have to spend the time rotating all the way over here, right? Now I'll be honest, like Orisa makes a pretty silly push, right? If this cast is split like this, you guys should absolutely 10 out of 10 times just push the cast and kill. But I think that's because of her pressure of like, oh, I need a touch point, all this kind of stuff, right? And the reason that she like eats a billion damage and dies before she can is again because everybody's looking at her other than this Genji, right? Your Sojourn's the only one doing anything to help make that job of the Orisas easier, right? And so we either need to be helping Sojourn or we need to be doing that ourselves elsewhere. Make sense?
Mm.
stagger. Like, I don't know why your team walked in this early. Okay. Hypothetically, right? Let's rewind the clock a little bit. Let's say we were here in time before Orion died, right? Where would we like to be right about now? Cooldowns are coming out. Damage is flying
With the
everywhere.
Sojourn, for sure.
Okay, sure. Yeah, that's one option, right? Now, the nice thing about being a part, or nice thing about Illari, I should say, is that she has the capability to be a part, right? Because she can be so self-sustainable, right? So we don't have to be, right? So one option is up here. What else?
The other is like all the way to the left, like behind the. Or do you just mean the close height right above the Rhine?
Yeah, that's fine, right? It's a little bit more passive, but at least it's not down main, stacking with more and Junker, right? And it also gives us the capability to rotate deeper this way, right? Perfect. The other option is, poor camera placement on my part, but we can also come to a position like this, right? Okay, let's keep going. What's the plan? What's the goal with Assault?
I was expecting the I think the like the and the Juno and the carry to all be there.
Mhm.
And then in that time, like their RAM was pushed up really far that I was hoping that we could, in the time that like either the carry has to cleanse them or they have to like feel like they have to split and unpeak the angle, we could collapse on them.
Okay, okay. So you're saying you want to apply pressure to backline so that the front line suffers, right?
Yeah, because if I just ult the RAM by himself, he's just gonna get cleansed.
Sure. Yeah. Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
it would-
But same thing if you ult the backline at this point, right? But the question then becomes, right, with any sort of I want to cut their healing off play, like whether it be a Sig shielding off the backline or Monkey putting bubble down to split teammates or anti-nate, right? Any of that kind of stuff, they need, like, especially on a tank specifically, right? They need to already be low because, in Overwatch 2, 5v5 tanks, they're so tanky and self-sustainable that they can sustain for a period of time even while antied, and then live after the anti duration expires, right? So this type of ult, if your plan is okay, cut backline off, and then we can punish the Ram, while he's this far forward. That kind of play needs to happen when the Ram is already low, and he's clearly not. He's like missing like 50 HP, right? Or B, you need them to be scared for like an insane amount of time so that they can't heal the Ram for longer. Ideally both, to be honest. And so what cooldown obviously is going to make sure that doesn't happen for the enemy team.
Seriously.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So this ult is just too early, basically. Right. No matter who you ult here, it's just going to get immediately Suzu'd. Right. If you solo ult carry, let's say, like it could even be worse. You could just TP and she'll get rid of it. Right. So, I don't hate the idea. Right. This idea of like, okay, I want to, split their attention and push their backline back to their frontline suffers. That's fine. But again, this situation needs to mature. Certain conditions have to be met in order for that to happen. Right. Now, what is the other alternative to using your ult like this in the same like vein of the same mentality that you mentioned before, where like, oh, I want to ensure that I survive and make it harder for someone and make it like more likely for someone to die?
Would it just be taking an off angle again, like a flank, or?
Well, I mean specifically with your ult usage. Better question. Let me rephrase. Is that what tools do they have that you might want to save your ult for to both improve your survivability, like you said before, but also make it more likely for the person that you shoot it on to die?
Just save it for Blade when the Genji goes in.
Yeah, exactly. So that's another option too, right? If you just want to save it for Blade, that's fine too, right? But point being is that, you know, you need things to happen before you just rip the ults, because no matter who you rip it on at this point, your ult's just going to get invalidated. Make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. So let's go back a little bit here. Yeah, and there's the Suzuki, right? We can just hear it. Yeah. Here's the punish, right? like they rip Kyriolds, they rip Blade. It's gonna be tough. Oh my god, your run kills it though. So this is the kind of downtime we were talking about before, right? Where everyone's kind of forced to wait, everyone's forced to group. So what should we do right now?
I would go on the left side and like take a flank. Yeah.
Perfect. And importantly, right, like when we do get to the angle we are able to do damage on, what cooldown do we absolutely need to have, I should say, when we get there?
First.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, good, perfect. Yeah. Go take the angle, start setting up. Good. Yeah, I really like this, right? Like you're not really threatening to kill someone at this exact moment, right? But it's pressure, right? It's pressure from an off angle. You're very, very safe, right? Even if, like, let's say all 4 of these people that you just peeked, like the Genji, like all 4 squishies, they all decide to push you, right? You have so much time and distance to respond to this that you're very, very safe, right? So this is good. This is exactly what we want to see. Good. Yeah, this is what I don't like, right? You have every possible resource you could possibly need, right? Pylon, burst, a mega health pack, right? The fact that you can shoot Genji early, I mean, he does cross distance using natural cover because we're going to unpeak him, but, you know, we have every possible advantage, right? When this engagement starts, and then we just run away. So talk to me about that. Why do we do that?
Well, I just really was not confident in fighting a full health Genji, even with like pylon heals at point blank. I guess I was not cognizant of the mega there, and that might have changed things. But the Genjis at higher ranks start to one shot if you just let them.
So I totally understand that, right? But I think this is kind of one of those moments where you need to limit test a little bit, right? Like push yourself a little bit, because I'll be honest, this 1v1 is like extremely in your favor up until the moment where he like gets in point blank range, right? But we have, like, because of how many resources we have, like mega and outburst and all this kind of stuff, we have so much leeway in this 1v1 that it's definitely worth taking. Okay. Now I think Tyre does bail you out. Yeah, okay. So we take those. But
it's go time.
Yep. This is fine. This is kind of where it starts to fall apart a little bit, right? Now, I'll be honest, I don't know if you can really do much to help your team here, right? But the only shot that we're gonna have a chance of this to winning this fight is we need to kill their squishies. We need to trade backlines essentially, right? There's nothing you can do really for your BAP. There's nothing you can do for your Sojourn. Honestly, even your Junkrat, there's not really much you can do, right? Maybe you could say, oh, maybe if I put placement like Pylon here, right, then it could help these people. Sure, fine, right? But the bottom line is we need to start putting pressure on their team.
And then Juno's kind of just like bot walking around with her boots.
Yeah,
I could have.
Yeah. This is fine.
And I beat my movement there.
Yeah, it's okay. Again, that fight was already kind of over. So, again, very, very nicely done taking this angle, right? Really good setup. Let's say we do duel the Genji, he dies, right? Tyre, for whatever reason, Genji dies, right? And then we have this angle to work with. But if we get to here and then notice that, like, again, we don't really have a great vision or a great target options, right? And they're all, like, playing behind the fountain or whatever, just deepen. Just continue to deepen, right? Just keep going. Make sense?
Over there. Noted. Cancelled. Killing pile on the phone.
Good shots. Yeah, good power placement. I like this. Okay, so with this sort of like front to back fight positioning, right? Like this, the line between the two teams is like pretty linear. It's like very, very direct, right? But we have this Genji trying to, you know, use this wall. We have this Cassie's trying to use this angle. What do we do? Like, how do we quote unquote solve the positioning here?
I would say try to push the Cassidy out. Like
Yeah.
if you go towards the Genji, you're going into his range, and
Mhm.
you have less of an angle on the rest of the team.
Good.
Whereas if you're by the coastline, yeah, you have
Good,
more
good,
you
good.
have more space.
Yeah, perfect. So now let's talk about micro. How do we do that?
Well, with the Genji there, I'm not sure if I would throw my pylon just yet, but I would definitely save outburst,
Sure.
and try to play not close to the cast's corner so that they can't just like flash and two top.
So like to an extent, you are correct, right? You don't want to play in the flash range, right? But we do need to swing around this corner to get him away from this piece of cover, right? So that being said, like we just need to you know, push up essentially, right? So what we can do is move pylon to a position like here, right? So that it helps a position like this, and then Genji still can't see it, and then we can start to try to swing. Make sense? Yeah, good. So your ROM recognizes, pushes him out. Good. We take the angle here, right? And then don't get distracted, right? The idea of taking this angle is not to peek the left side of the cover, right? Because that's, again, main, right? Stacking, right? Right side. Pressure the Genji. Don't let him get close. We need to hit shots early so that he doesn't feel like he can just walk at us into dash range. Make sense? Good. Because this right here, this is where you're like starting to quote unquote fuck up. You know what I mean? For lack of a better term. We need to push shots in this Genji. We need to own this lane so that he doesn't come push us. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, good. Good. I mean, I don't even hate that you like that you missed those shots. Excuse me. Like those are good shots to take. Those are important shots to take. That's fine, right? Don't get distracted. Keep doing this, right? If they swing to the left, that means they're giving you more angle to work with here, right? Around this corner. If they're running away, keep going. Okay. And again, that's like fairly unique to Illari because she can create her own home base, right? She can create her own like healing source, basically.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Really, really good.
Over there. Positioning healing pylon.
Okay. Low key for this point, best pylon spot is like right here, or maybe like right here.
Yeah.
On this wall. Yeah. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to put it on this wall because anybody coming from this way or this way can like really easily break it. Right? Obviously, you don't want to put it on this wall because then you know people this way can break it. So best pylon spot just becomes like down here, right? So that they have to swing all the way around to kill it, or they have to swing all the way to here to kill it, right? And in which case, you should already be like shooting that angle anyway. Make sense?
I have to move the pylon. Killing pylon deployed.
This is fine too. If you want to just dominate right side, that's fine too. Anyway.
Changing my pylon's location. Stay close. I'm trying to help. I'm here.
Yeah, this ult is good, right? Because now you're actually starting to like slow their push while they're actually pushing. Right? I think it's fine.
And then, do you think it's fine to fuck the ram here? I was like, he's crit, he's ulting, it's big. My sons are about to go off.
This is fine. Honestly, to be honest, like I think maybe don't throw it at front line. Your ult itself. Try to hit the Juno or the Genji, something like that. Because again, they're the ones actually pushing with the ult that you're trying to counter, right? But yeah, so this is fine to beam him. Once Sighuh comes up and he's like this amount of HP, I would just look elsewhere. I'd start shooting. Right?
I was made for this.
But again, that's like nitpicking more than anything else. Yeah, good. Yeah, really, really good. Yeah, get some damage here. Good. Oh, okay, I was gonna say don't get distracted, especially when this ROM is this low, because like literally one more shot could turn the fight here. And then here, again, there's nothing you can do to help this carry. She either has TP and will live, or she doesn't. So you need to start doing damage. Good. Good outburst thing. The burning outburst thing is actually so good. That's crazy.
It is, yeah.
Repositioning pylon. Positioning healing pylon.
Okay, so as we approach this this point, right? Again, relatively front to back, it's pretty right now, like, it's very, very evenly split, right? What's our goal? What should we be thinking about? What should we be trying to do?
Well, my tank's not back yet, so we really can't take a committal fight. So I was just wanting to get poke in before like we actually started anything.
Sure, but poke from where is the question?
Against like I really feel like you're gonna tell me that. Oh, do you think right side actually would be better, like by the building, or just like sit on top of that? Because I'm thinking in my head I don't like the left lane at.
Okay, so why don't you like the left lane? This is left lane. What
I guess the main thing is that it's once I'm forced out, I don't really have any good angles to go back onto besides just like back with my team. Like if the Cass walks there with like any of his supports paying attention, I don't have anywhere to go but back where I just was, and I'll have used outbursts. I felt that just given the situation, or just in general, I think that the opportunity cost is kind of high for like
compared to what?
Well, then just like safely getting poke, like not risking anything, I guess.
Okay. So when you say opportunity cost, right, which I really love that you're thinking about opportunity cost, right? You're always comparing it to the alternative, right? So the alternative, you said like, so let's say this is main, right? We're safely doing some poke, sure, right? But you have to think about the opportunity cost of just doing main is that we're limiting how much map control our team can obtain, right? We are not trying to control portions of the map ourselves, and therefore we're giving the enemy team the chance to take other lanes. Make sense? So that's opportunity cost for going main. Now, when you say opportunity cost for going left, right? Now you're talking about, okay, you said like, oh, if I use outburst, I go back to main, right? And then, I can't really do much from there, right? Which I agree, right? Which is the same thing as if you had stayed main, right? Now, the opportunity cost of going left is not that, like, you have to compare it to the opportunity cost of going right. You know what I mean? Like, so if you get forced out of right, doesn't the same thing happen?
Well, no, I guess I would say no because you have more cover and longer sight lines. I think I see what you might be trying to say with the right angle. I don't think I had considered it, but like you can outburst up top or just like peek around the corners of the walls, and then you have a much longer sight line and like more than one lane to peek from.
Now the right side I actually think is pretty good if you want to use this high ground, right, and use this long range cover or long range silence. I think that's fine, right? Now here's what I want to ask of you, right? The advantage of the right side is the high ground and longer sight lines, yes. What is the advantage of the left side?
Would it just be the health pack or
health pack? Yep. And the ability to contribute a little bit more towards where their backline would be if they are fighting on point, right? Because if you're here, this giant corner here kind of just obstructs like what you can see, right? And so their backline, who would be like roughly here, we can't really do anything to, right? And so then, in order to do something to them, we'd either have to get closer to point, which is risky, right? Or rotate all the way to here, which is also like pretty risky and like not a great position, right? Because we're shooting from low ground, all this kind of stuff, right? Make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm not saying right side is bad, okay? I'm just saying, again, there's pros and cons, right? The left side is nice because this is a really long sight line, right? Especially versus Genji Cass, right? And so we can actually dominate this with Pylon, even if Cass has one support, right? Now, if they like full 5-man push this lane and they get you out, yeah, sure, fine. that you come back and you choose a different sideline. But it's not like they have to invest something in order for that to happen as well, right? So it's not wrong of you to get forced out and then go back to main, right? But you're like, you could also view it as like, I'm forcing them to invest some resources into this lane so that I can get forced out. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. And like I'm assuming that since I have like the self-sustain, they'll have to like put more than one person over
Yeah,
there to push
absolutely,
me
yeah.
out.
Or this cast will just have to be a god and like double dink you or something like that. You know what I mean? Like like sure, fine. Like I guess that can happen, right? But that you're also just as equally to be a god and double dink him. You know what I mean? So
Well,
yeah, good. Go ahead.
Oh no. Yeah. It was just you can continue.
Okay, cool. So yeah, the idea is pick one of these lanes. Okay. To be honest, I kind of like the left lane more right now anyway, just because it's less of a rotation. You're already kind of here. And once we dominate this left lane, we're able to contribute to this angle a little bit more, and then even this angle a little bit more, like eventually, like later on in the fight, right? But fine. I don't care which one you choose. I just want you to do something, right? And I'm not saying in the downtime go for kills, right? You could be just as safe going for poke, but just change the angle, change where you're doing it from, and increase your map control. Make sense? Yeah, good. Left side, perfect. Pylon should already be up though, right? As soon as this cast starts to peak, you should have Pylon up. Yeah, this is the problem, right? Don't come back to main, right? Because not only does it give the cast this lane to work with, but you're also restricting how much we can see and how much we can contribute. Now the cast does the same thing as you and just goes back to main anyway, so
yeah, I was noticing that we were both on taking the same amount of space, which was nothing.
Yeah, nice shot. Again, this is like a problem with your tank. You know what I mean? Like, why is he putting himself in a position where there's 3 angles that he can get shot from? It's crazy.
And he's blocking the Juno.
Yeah, like sick, bro. Like, what are we doing? But yeah, the fact of the matter is that we want to be here. Don't let the Kiri just sit here for free, right? And then we want to be here so that once we own this lane, this ROM can't do this to our ROM as easily either. Make sense?
Right. Yeah.
Cool. Bit of a questionable Pylon placement, but whatever. But it's already kind of over.
Yeah, I think I reacted late to our Ram dying.
Yeah. That's a good Pylon. I like that. See, when you start to kind of notice his health bar not moving, even though like you are doing damage to him, just realize your angle's just not that great, right? So yeah, you can toss Pylon here to help your junk. This is nice. Maybe do a couple, like one or 2 more shots, and then just rotate, right? Find another position here, maybe, or just get out and wait for your team. That's fine too.
Yeah, I feel like I'm noticing that I am like taking the lower risk choice. Like I'm like I could be rotating and like getting the potential payoff of like that space being taken, but I think most of the time I'm just thinking like, oh, I have nothing to do and my life's not really at risk. I might as well just get some free poke and I'll charge before the fight really starts again.
Yeah.
Let's say that like I think that this is in large part like contributed to by the fact that I played a lot of Siege. Like that was the first game that I really played competitively. And it's a very the fights that you get into are very they're decided very quickly, and if you lose, you basically get nothing out of it. So I really gained that maybe bad habit of being like overly conservative with risk taking from that.
Yeah. I think the other thing is you have to imagine that in a game like Siege, when you're alone, it's a lot riskier. But for Illari specifically, and in other heroes in the game, like Soldier and stuff like that, but because she's so self-sustainable, it's not as risky as you might be calculating already. Right? Like I think your risk assessment might be a little bit off, right? Because like you need to be less reluctant and like really limit test these kinds of things to know where the line is of like what is okay and what is not okay, right? For example, like the Genji thing, when you were like with Tyre, I think like you absolutely could have taken that duel, right? Very, very doable, right? Especially if Pylon's like not next to you. So if Genji can't do damage to you and Pylon at the same time, right? Even without the Mega. And then with the Mega, I think it's like, you just win. Like I don't know why the Genji's pushing you, to be honest, right? So that kind of thing, I think like your risk assessment might be a little bit off in the sense that like, oh, I think this is riskier than it actually is, and the only way to like readjust that and realign that accurately is to limit test. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, like this kind of thing, right? We're so focused about helping our team when, you know, to be honest, I don't think they need it, but more importantly, right? Your lane is actively being pushed by a close range threat. You need to shoot him before he gets on you, right? This is way, way, way more important because if he kills you or if he gets this angle here, right? This becomes way, way bigger of a threat because of this pinch that they're setting up, right? And so you need to eliminate like one of these, and obviously this is not the thing you're going to be able to eliminate anytime soon. You know what I mean? This is the thing you can eliminate much faster. Make sense?
Okay. Cool. And I think my soldier really bails me out here. Right.
Oh, that's good outburst. Right. I mean, the Illari versus Genji matchup is like so much stronger in your favor once you get the outburst thing. It's like you should just not be afraid of him. Or as afraid. Tired bells going again, nice. Even this, right? Like your Sojourn doesn't need healing, right? She has mobility, she has pylon, she has a lot of health already, right? We need to start shooting. As soon as this Genji dies, start shooting. Don't look at your Sojourn. Look to the left a little bit, right? Like start shooting down this angle. Shoot the cast, right? The other thing is if you really want to like min max, right? What you could do is like shoot heal, shoot heal, shoot heal, that kind of thing. That's fine, you know, if you really want to min max. But you know, the important thing is that we get the shots in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nice. I don't know what that ROM's doing. This is Masters 5, you sure?
No. This was the next game was my Masters game.
Okay,
so
okay. Got it. This is maybe like Diamond 1. 2, maybe. Cool. Good.
I see an enemy. Stay near my firewall. Over there.
Yeah, so I don't hate this rotation out, right? So because we have two options, right? We want to either rotate out this way, rotate out this way, right? Going back creates more distance between Monkey and Genji, right? But what does going this way help you do?
Like I could deepen. I could just shoot the Genji.
Yeah. You want to loop back around to something like this, honestly, right? Because like the main angle has shifted from here to here, right? And so this, your quote unquote main, actually becomes a bit of an off angle, right? So we can actually get to here, shoot Monkey, shoot Genji, right?
Okay.
The other thing is you could actually do is actually even more creative is if you back out this way, you can actually come this way and use their, well, like what would be their main as an off angle, which is really, really nice. Not bad, I don't hate it. Again, I think it's just like a little early, right? Like he just shrugs it off, basically. Yeah. Now he gets really low, right? And so he was very killable, so it's actually not the worst. Talk to me about this outburst here. This is potentially life-ending.
I didn't. Is the? I can't see it in the replay. Is the Genji like about to dash me from the left side, or? Where did it come from?
Genji's over here.
Oh, did I not get dashed?
No.
Oh, did the Kiri just? I might be a little lost. I thought it. Maybe I thought it was only the Juno there, and I was like her ult is about to end, and she's kind of the only one that's like in front of the entire rest of my team. But I guess I just didn't notice the Kiri, and I thought she was a free kill.
Okay. So to be honest, even if it were just Juno here, it is like very, very risky to just like outburst really, really aggressively like this. Just because of the ult that is going on, right? And the fact of the matter is that you don't know, like, there are other threats alive, right? Like you're not 100% aware of like where the enemy's other angles are, right? So just be aware of like when we outburst like super aggressively like this, because we can still do the same outburst from here, but instead of ending forwards, we end in a better position. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we like end even closer to them, but we could end like where our Junkrat is and have easier time hitting shots and all that kind of stuff. Good. I like this. Yeah, good. Get some early poke. Good. Look at that. Force deflect off one shot. Don't like this. What don't I like about this?
I'm kind of just forcing it back to the same angle that I've been, which, as we've talked
Yeah,
about, is not great. I would say between the left or the right here, since back is obviously not a good idea. I would go right just because it's the monkey is left, and I can't really
Okay. Sure.
like he would just jump on me and I would
That's
get
fair.
forced out.
So I mean,
And
we
I
can
think
kind of see monkey main here, but right, remember this is like a lot of sideline to work with, right? And so if monkey jumps you, like you can just outburst backwards and you'll be fine, right? So again, I don't want you to think like left is not a good option. I think it's a fine option either way. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just really don't like it in my head. Yeah.
I don't know why either. It actually might be worth digging into. Like, why? What about left makes you so uncomfortable?
Well, I guess it's like the alternative. Like if I'm like here where the camera is, or just a little bit in front. The only like if the monkey jumps me, the only option that I have is to outburst back.
Yeah.
In which case, like I guess I could just keep contesting it, but that's just not a thought that goes through my mind. Like if I'm forced out, it's like okay, I would get better value just going back to a different angle instead of
yeah
doing that.
So again,
or like
being forced out is not like the be all end all, right? Especially if monkey uses his entire engage to try to get on you and he gets no value out of it by you just bursting away, right? That's like not the be all end all at all. That's actually good, honestly. You kind of want the monkey to jump you here, right? Because if the monkey's jumping you here, nobody's touching your team, and so your team's going to walk forward, right? And then you're completely safe. You deny his entire engage, right?
yeah, I need to think about that some more.
Yeah. The other thing is, okay, again, if like monkey, Genji, Kiri, like if they all push you, right, and then there's like a really high chance you'll die, yeah, then just rotate out sooner. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not telling you to like plant your feet, die on that hill. I'm just saying, don't be afraid of them investing resources into you. Yeah, because I mean, realistically, all we did this fight, other than that like one headshot to clean up, right, was we just did a little bit of poke damage on the Genji with outburst.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Talk to me about this pylon placement, because this is not the first time we've kind of seen this, where we put pylon kind of in a place where no one's really going to be standing for too long.
I thought it was fine just for myself because, like in the angle that I'm at, like even as I'm unpeaking, it can see me while the enemies can't.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll need it like soon.
Sure. So instead of here, because again, it will only, if you want to use it on this angle, it'll only heal like right here in this very specific lane, right? Where would be a better position to put it if you want to stand here?
Just like where my ram is standing.
Yeah, right here maybe. Right, maybe here. Something like that.
I guess I've a bit of an aversion to just putting it on the floor for some reason. I don't know. I always want to get the trickiest or like
yeah.
Very geometric. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair, right? But again, just be aware of like, because what ends up happening is like you'll either have to break it really early, or someone will come this way without you realizing, and they'll just kill it. You know what I mean? So just be aware of that kind of thing. But yeah, good shots. Fine. What's the problem? It's already kind of been happening. What's the problem?
Is it right while I was on the stairs?
It's right about here, I would say. It's already kind of been happening, to be honest. Who can we see on the enemy team right now?
Just the Malga.
Yeah, just the Malga. Is that good DPS positioning if we can only see their tank?
Yeah, no.
No. Right. So if we outburst out, fine, right? We outburst out pretty early, which is good, right? All the next 6 seconds, right? I want you to spend, because, 6-second cooldown. Next 6 seconds, I want you to spend just rotating to your next position, right? What is your Junkrat doing right now?
He was contesting the Genji, I think.
I mean, so we can't know that because, again, we don't have wall hacks, right? Let me turn these off.
Or like the ping.
Yeah. Basically, he's just locking down this area, right? This really, really tight, small area is really, really good for Junkrat. He's playing here. This is good, right? So instead of sitting here on stairs and then just, again, dumping numbers into frontline, where that's not what Illari's really good at. That's not what we want Illari to be doing. You, use the angle, use the space that the Junkrat is giving you. Come this way, right? Look at these nasty angles. Or come this way, right? That's fine too. Either one. We just want to choose. Just choose fast, okay? Because the longer we are stuck here, vomiting numbers on the front line, right? The more our team is going to be taking damage and taking pressure from all these different angles, and then they're going to get forced out or die, right?
Yeah.
So I think one thing that Illari players, especially as they start to make these climbs into the higher elos, right, is that they struggle with finding that window of rotation. It's like, oh, when should I have gone to this angle? Because obviously I can see that the angle is good if we just move the camera there, right? The question is okay, when will I have seen that opportunity, right? And it's now, right? You just got forced out of an early angle. That's fine, right? Spend the time to go rotate now. Because if you don't, you're going to get stuck here and your team's going to suffer. And this is what's happening, right? Good. We're starting to become a little bit of an angle. And then again, what are we even looking at? Right? I don't even know. What are we doing? What are we thinking? We see the Genji and we wait for him to peek us. Is that what's going on?
I guess I was thinking about is anybody dead? I forget. Is basically everybody still alive in the team fight?
Yeah. I mean, but does that even matter to you at this point? Why are we wondering about that?
Well, I forget exactly this moment, but I was just wondering if I was maybe not fine with not having to kill him immediately. But I would just say right now, I think I might rotate soon.
Okay.
But
so what? Sorry, go ahead.
To get over. Oh no. Yeah, I think I might have felt a little bit trapped in an angle. I would have to outburst to the window there, or again, I guess I obviously probably should have taken that angle that you had said, but it just had not come to mind. So I felt the only other way for me to move was left.
Fair enough. Yeah. So you're saying this rotation just didn't occur to you, which I think is fair, right? But does it make sense now for the future, moving forward, how this could be a deadly, really sick position for Illari?
Well, yeah, of course, because the only way that they would be able to get out of my angle would either be to push further into my team when we are all stacked on point, or back up and just let us have it. So I see how that would really force their hand.
Good, nice. And that's really the point. Then again, right, we have this habit of just collapsing back to me. Those are really nice headshots from Alvaro. So ironically, right, if we're looking for opportunities to use ults, this moment here, where the Malga is really, really low, he runs back to his team, right? This kind of window is actually really, really strong to use ults. Because if the Kiri had Sighuh, right, she would have used it on the really low Malga already, right? But more importantly, they're already on the back foot. So in terms of keeping up momentum, like you mentioned earlier, this would be the perfect opportunity to do it, right?
I think I'm about to get owned by the Kiri almost.
Yeah. Nice. Sighuh.
Killing pylon deployed.
This is fine. Yeah, good. And really long moments of downtime because you know you just won the fight. You've had a lot of like time now. You can actually try to jump up to here and then jump up to here. I think there's a jump spot where you can do it. I forget if you can reach it immediately from here. Oh yeah, you literally just walk up here, jump up here. Jump up here. This is like really really nice, obviously, right? But you know you need to do it earlier. So what is this guy doing? What the hell? Okay. What the fuck? What the hell is that?
Breaking them down.
Actually, can you even just reach it? No, there's no. It's too high.
Stay near my pylon. Don't touch
Yeah.
me.
Does it make sense how like why this would be just a little bit too early?
Well, yeah, because we haven't like touched the Kiri at all. She still has
Mhm.
Suzu. She TP'd in for some reason, which gets her killed. But like even though the Malga wasted his stuff, but he still has other cooldowns and his supports are alive.
Yeah. The
Besides
other
the
thing is the tire that would force Suzu out anyway is going on right now for you. So like, there's no pressure. There's no time pressure. I mean, to like, oh, right now. You know what I mean? So you know, take it slow. You guys are playing for time at this point anyway. Yeah. Pick up the kill. Carry kind of fucked up. Nice. Okay, that's probably where we win, I imagine. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, any questions after this first game?
I would say, how accurate do you think I was in my praise of myself earlier about our takeaways? Because I specifically submitted or chose this code because it's like the first Suravasa game that I've had since we last spoke, basically.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. So, really, first Suravasa game in like a month? That's crazy.
There might have been like one like before, like it was like it happened maybe a patch before season. So it was when I was probably still on like low diamond or plat. Maybe.
Yeah. So, with regard, let's just go through each takeaway one by one, right? Less healing. You are doing less healing for sure. Like you are shooting more. Which is good, right? But you still need more work with the taking angles and being like self-sustainable and all that kind of stuff.
Just like key moments, I'm really like between those two options. I'm picking the worst choice.
Yeah. I mean, there's only really two options, but yeah, basically, right? Yeah. So the other thing is, I actually do see that you are using your downtime more effectively, more often. Not only just in terms of poke damage, but you're actually like thinking ahead a little bit more in terms of like where the next fight is going to be in comparison to last time. And then like rotating to a position where you can kind of take advantage of that, right, and set up early. But again, you're tending to choose an angle that's like usually not the best, which is like main, right? You're kind of just sitting in your own backline and kind of being not as impactful, right? And then for ults, we've only seen like what, maybe 2-3 ults, and all of them were just like really early. The one of the monkey was fine. I think the one of the monkey was fine just because of how isolated he was, but you know, not like the other two were just like too early. Make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at the other code here.
The other one, it was kind of a stomp, but it's the only other code that I have since the season dropped, and it was my master's game. So.
Okay.
I still have much to learn.
Ready for back.
I'm not sure if this is right, but our Kiri was AFK for like the first 30 seconds, so I just went back to
trying to
taxi.
get rid of TP. Yeah. It's fine. Honestly, it is kind of risky, like, but it's fine. Oh, okay, yeah. So for Hollywood, I used to like do this like pylon setup thing where I would put it on this corner right here, so it'd be jutting out horizontally, like, and hug the roof, right? And so it would cover a portion of this of this high ground, which I thought was really nice. But the problem is that with most of these pylon setups, where you're putting it on this wall or anywhere with this structure, it doesn't cover where you want to stand with Illari, which is back here, right? Which is like in cover, right? It forces you to play out of cover to get the healing, right? So these positions are actually not as good. and then anything on this wall facing towards the camera, right, facing this way, is gonna get broken really, really easy by anyone swinging right. So honestly, like I wouldn't. This is kind of a bait. Like setting up pylon anywhere on this wall is just a bait. Like I wouldn't really do it. Instead, I'd set it up right next to you, either like here in this stairway, right, so they can cover this entire high ground without being able to be shot from main, or like there's a couple setups where we can put it here, but it is able to be seen from main to an extent, like a little bit, but also B, it shuts us out from using this left portion of the high ground, which isn't that great either. Make sense?
Yeah, that's what I had been doing, honestly, like putting it in like the top right corner, like above the door
This one, yeah.
way. But yeah.
But it can actually be seen from here, unfortunately. Like someone can actually shoot it.
Yeah.
But
you're probably
yeah,
right.
so I would just put it like I normally just put it like right here, and then that way it covers the entire high ground.
I've just been thinking about how to place my pylon, not so that I don't get anything from it, but just so that I'm getting more ult charge and my team is getting more sustained, because I feel like previously when I had like placed it selfishly high ground, my team would get forced out too early, and it would force me out of my angle because like they would have no one else to shoot at if I was the only one like pressuring the.
I think that's fair if you're playing with supports like Mercy, Lucio, Zen, but honestly, anyone else, I would just be really selfish and dominate the angle. Because if you think about it from the attacker's perspective, right? The easiest way to make space on this map is to either go this way and just ignore this like huge amount of poke, right? Or just invest in taking this high ground first, right? And so you want to make this as hard as possible and dominate as hard as possible, so that like their team has a really hard time crossing this choke. Makes sense.
And then before we continue, can we just talk about how miserable their team comp is for me to ult, so that I have an excuse later?
Oh, yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, honestly, I would just like rip the ult into the Doomfist after he uses block and then just force him out. Like that's
don't look for anything exceptional.
Alright. Yeah, see that right there, that's what we want to avoid, right? We don't want the Doomfist to be up here already. We actually want to be here so that if he tries to slam up, we can actually just tap the shift button. We don't even have to move anywhere, and he'll like get booped off. Like he won't be able to take the high ground.
I would have liked to have been here to round start my carry ways.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Like,
support.
This is the risky run by trying to be a nice guy and giving her TP. Because now it's like, oh god. Nice. Good shot.
I am kind of overexposing myself here,
yeah.
But just tunnel down the venture. Yeah.
This is not bad. I think it's okay. Once your Doom dies, it's kind of really risky.
Oh, there's one of the feet too.
Yeah.
I want to board.
I'm actually really lucky that the Doom feeds like this. Why did you do this? He had... No, so that's ours. He's full HP. What the heck just hit him?
Maybe he got dinked.
Oh, Genji deflected some shots from Venture and stuff like that. That's crazy. That's actually really lucky. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, good shots. And then you already know what I'm going to say, right? Like, what should we be doing? Downtime.
Yes, I just am worried about getting my hours forced if like the Doom slams right where I'm standing, and then I won't have it to get back on high ground.
Yeah, but where
I can see what you're saying now.
Yeah. Okay, so perfect. If the Doom slams you here, right, and you outburst this way, that's fine, right? He just used slam. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's not gonna have slam longer period than you're not gonna have outburst, and so you can use this time to rotate. Makes sense.
Okay.
The other thing is, yeah, obviously we want to get here earlier, right? So we can get more value here before the Doom has slam. So yeah, good, fine. Doom's kind of faded. I mean, they're doing my Doom. Hello. He's starting to feed now.
Yeah, I was really confused what to do here. Like, our Doom with 1 HP, like I couldn't get LOS on him,
No,
but I didn't really want to drop too early.
Really do. Nice. Really good shot there. Yeah, good shots here. Yeah, this is exactly what we want to be doing. This is what Illari's good at. This is what we want to be doing with Illari. This, I would say, okay, now it's time to rotate, right? Because you guys have picks, your team is moving up for space, right? You guys are actively fighting here, and then you guys are just doing literally nothing. So you're making a 5v3 into a 3v3. And you're opening the window for this team, for red team to win. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so now you have to rotate it.
Stay in range if you want my help. She's gonna
Oh. Upward. If you miss this, just start going here. Right? This is a very, very easily punishable position, but we need to just rotate faster.
Incoming.
Well, that was 1. That's crazy.
enemy over here. Over there.
Yeah, I think this is fine.
Spotted them.
Yeah, good. I do want you to like worry about this venture a little bit less, I'll be honest, right? When she starts to peek like your position like this, when she unburrows here, then you can start shooting her, right? But I don't want you to like rotate and sacrifice your entire ability to output pressure here, just because she's over here, right?
Yeah.
Good try. Fine.
Yeah, I really was like, there's nobody for me to ult, but I think the best value that I could have gotten was just getting him off of high ground and like resetting it to.
Yeah, I'll be honest, he didn't need to get off high ground. Like the Life Weaver kind of pulls him a little bit unnecessarily, but you got Sighuh and Life Grip out, which is great. If you're gonna go for an ult like this, where you're just gonna force cooldowns out, again, wait till they commit a little bit more, right? Because if we only get Sighuh out, it's not really worth it. The thing that made it worth it was the Life Weaver. Like life gripping unnecessarily, right? So it's like they're more their mistake than our good play. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice, really good shot there, actually.
Positioning healing pylon.
Don't worry about beaming the Genji. What should we be doing?
Either taking back high ground or going into that server room.
Perfect. I think no, I wouldn't go server just because again they have a very short range comp and you don't want to be close to that. But yeah, just go back to high ground. Good. Boy. Okay, so let's talk about what happens.
That box there.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about what happens when we get forced off this high ground, right? What is the next strongest position that we would like to be in?
Probably the cafe second floor or at the top of the escalate.
Yeah, this is a little risky if they have any sort of long range DPS or anything like that. But yeah, it would take a long time to get here because we have to get here, wait for the elevator to come up. Sure, right? It's a lot easier if we are forced off here to just come back this way. Like it's one burst, right? You can actually aim it such that you burst into the high ground. But even if you just burst like drop and then burst into low ground, that's fine too, right? Because then we can just take stairs, it's a safe rotation. But yeah, the idea is like, we want to have our next position in mind a little bit, just so that we're not caught like this in the fucking blender, right? With Ventures on us, right? Doom's gonna be to our left, right? And so now it feels like really, really, really hectic. Oh my god. Start playing Ring Around the Rosie with the Doom. Oh god. Insane that we lived that, I'll be honest. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, awkward. Surely we die now, right? Okay, yeah. So what again? Think about what your win condition against a comp like this is, right? It's not your ult clearly, because like you said, there's so many ways to counter it.
Just forcing them to use their cooldowns before they can get close.
Yeah, basically just stay at range, right? Stay at range, do as much damage as you can, poke them down before they get to you, right? That's your win condition, right? Where's the easiest position to do that from on this portion of the map?
Just take the elevator up to the high grounds.
Yeah, right here. In fact, getting to this high ground is only really safe if their team is like way back here, right? Or if the fight is like happening here, and then you can rotate from here to here. That's fine too, right? To get behind them, right? But yeah, the idea is like this high ground is actually not where you want to be playing. You want to be playing for this high ground. And then this position is just miserable. What can we see from here? Right? Like what we what's going through our head here, do you think?
Well, I had already seen that we were rotating. I had assumed that we were going to make a play for like the elevator to all group up and take it, and after that didn't happen. I really didn't have an idea of where I wanted to play that I could get to in like a reasonable amount.
Okay. So importantly, right, like nothing super crazy has happened yet, apart from like this cooldown trade from the two dooms, right? So we actually have a lot of time to get to here, right? And so all this time spent, like even if your team was trying to take this elevator, right, you don't actually want to be there when your team does it, right? You still want to be here, applying pressure from this angle, maybe here, right, applying pressure from this angle, so that they have an easier time to take the elevator, right? We don't actually want to be on the elevator near them when they take it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good. So importantly, right, don't like even if your team is trying to take this high ground, right, the best way for us to help them is still here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So don't like this rotation is just crazy, just because like it's gonna limit what we can see, like, you know, as Exhibit A, right? Like we can't really see anything. But we are actually, our team is giving us some nice angles here. Nice, good. Oh my god. Oh, she's so low. Unlucky.
Do you think it's a bad idea to block a Genji here?
Yeah, just because, again, you just want to shoot, right? Just shoot people. The best thing you can do to pocket a Genji ult is just ult at the same time as him, right? Like help him combo. But not a big deal. Again, that instant right there is fine because there's nothing else to do, right? But right here, like you should just shoot. Unfortunate. We kind of just let our guard down a little bit.
Incoming. Healing pylon deployed.
Who could possibly use this pylon?
It was a little ambitious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just set a pylon for yourself here. Honestly, just be selfish. Shoot from here. Nice, good shot. Yeah, like right
And
here.
I was kind of Kovaxing. I was not moving at all.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Honestly, it's like not a big deal, and we can even afford to do that, you know, with pylon, right?
Mm-hmm.
God, we rotate towards the pylon. Oh God. Okay.
I thought it was good to hold this since like my Genji was here and my Doom was alive. I don't know.
It's just very risky, right? Like this is potentially, you know, very punishable. But you're right. Your Genji does help you defend it, so it's not as bad.
I'm recharging. Don't be reckless.
Yeah, and then again, we're just stuck in like this position where we just like, you know, whether it be because of elevator or not, right? We just can't do much, right? So again, we just want to be here pretty much the entire time, right? Here, or maybe even like if they're farther back, a position like here is fine, right? You could also argue if they're way back here, like, you know, before they cross this choke, you can even argue something like this is fine, right? We just don't want to be putting ourselves into the corner with like nothing to see. I'm just insanely lucky. I think, to be honest, that fight was... it's fine. I don't hate the ult, I'll be honest. Again, there's not much you can use your ult on.
30 seconds remaining.
If there is less and less stuff to use your ult on offensively, just think about what you can use it on defensively, right? You can use it on Genji Blade, you can use it on Venture ult to force her to go underground, right? Obviously, I think using it to counter Blade is a little bit better, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fine. This is good. Nice. Good.
I'm just taking the elevator here.
Yeah,
I was
probably better.
kind of eager to contest.
I mean, I'll be honest, like, this fight is over. You guys won already, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, maybe not. Like, soldier just died. How the hell? Nice. Good burst. Force recall. Good. Again, I would like to see if you want to do something like that where you just, like, get the burst off. That's fine, but just end in a better position, right? There's, like, 4 high grounds you could have jumped to do this a little bit better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's fine. Yes, we're good. Nice. Okay. And now he's masters. Huge. Oh, wait, not yet. Crosshair back. Oh. Crosshair. Alright. Any questions after the first round?
Ready for one.
No, I'm just trying to digest all the info about the power positions that we were talking about. I feel like I should definitely just be like 8 feet above where I was just standing. I don't really know why I'm hiding behind the lamppost. But
no, I think
could
this
just
is fine. It's like so early that it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? It's fine. They're doing like fed into you, so it's not a big deal. This is a goated pylon spot for first portion of this map.
I really messed up here. I feel like.
Yeah. So as soon as like our tank crosses this far in, and like our team is able to walk through choke and all this kind of stuff, we just want to start taking our power positions, right? And so obviously, again, similar to like how we talked about for first round defense, first round offense is very similar. Right? We want to control this high ground, right? Because then it allows us to control this area. It also allows us to shoot into cafe, right? All that kind of stuff, right? Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we're kind of just AFK for too long, right? We just need to start taking a position, start shooting.
And then I dropped for no reason. I don't know why I dropped.
Yeah. Happens. Okay.
Like, if I was just on high ground sooner, my Kiri could have just TP'd to me. I wouldn't have to turn for her to heal her from the Sombra. And then I wouldn't have had to outburst up away from the Sombra in the first place, and we would have won easily.
Yeah, you could have also contributed to whatever fighting was going on here, rather than just staring at the people in that like little hallway room. Let them come out. Yeah. Yeah, this is fine. I mean, your Genji just got a huge first pick on the Life Weaver. Like, that's insane. Yeah, good. I like this position. Good. Set up the pylon. Yeah, good. Nice. Recard bot. We are card bot.
Yeah, I realized. I was like, I guess I'm doing this.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just nice to feel like we're getting carried. You know what I mean? I get it. Okay, so they're starting to like choke up on this portion of the map, right? They're starting to control some angles here, right? You know, we have like our tracer, whoever the fuck is over here? Yeah. So where do we go? How do we start solving this position? How do we start taking space on the map?
This is not what I do, but I feel like I definitely want to go through the door to my right,
Yeah.
into the hallway there, and help my tracer take take the door.
Good. And importantly, that's your only option really, because there is no real left side here, right? The left lane is like, there's no wall, there's no opening here, and then there's like it's all kind of just main here. So yeah, that's really like your only option. Good. I like the pylon over there though to help your tracer. It's nice.
Let the kitsune guide you. Muéstrame dónde te duele.
Okay, you guys just kind of brute force it down main, which is fine too.
Enemy here. Take me my
Just rip your ult on the first person to touch card at this point.
Yeah.
Quédate cerca para que puedas curarte.
Dragon becomes meteor.
Okay, so this is, I imagine, a very short round.
I mean, this is what gets you masters. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. So use the end of your flights to end in a better position, right? I can already tell we're just gonna like land on the card, but just end up here, end up here, end up here, so something like that, right? It's kind of like trance, where when you trance with Zen, you want to use the last 1 to 2 seconds to reposition.
Quemo como el sol. Stick with the payload.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. So we have, what time is it? I think we have a little bit more time. Yeah, we have another half an hour. So what I want to do is I want to talk about your next set of big takeaways. Okay, first, and then second, once we have that, let's actually get some live coaching in and get some practice. Okay. So let's talk about current big takeaways. What do you think is the number one most important thing for you to work on right now?
I would say just if I could put it in one word, like confidence. I definitely am noticing from what you're telling me that I'm just not taking enough risks. Like I'm too scared of being punished and like losing, just dying, and losing like the ability to get any value in a fight. So I'm just like taking the safer option, which just gets my team nowhere most of the time.
Yeah. So I think the better way, well, not necessarily better, but like the way to put that is to limit test a little bit more, right? So that you can learn when you can contest angles or lanes, and then when you can't, right?
Yeah.
To get a better sense of when you can / should, right, contest angles / lanes for greater map control. Okay. Alrighty. The other thing is the major source of this confidence should be your pylon, right? Because that's what's going to allow you to really duel people, right? Because Illari's damage is like relatively slow, right? But it's very, very consistent because it's hit scan, it's steady, and it's like fairly easy to shoot like these more mobile flankers and stuff like that off your angle, right? Because they need their HP more than you do because you have pylon. Makes sense? So make sure that when you take these slightly more aggressive positions, you have ideally both cooldowns, right? Okay. What do you think is point 2?
Let's see. Can I get a hint? Small one.
Sure. I think we could update our Illari ult takeaway.
Dude, before it was just after forcing CDs.
Yeah, so just be a little bit more patient with most
Just
of your Illari ults.
using it later. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want you to think like, okay, just use it later, right? Just a little bit more patience and look for something specific, right? Whether it's Life Grip or Sighuh or I don't know, like Doom Block or something like that, right? Look for something specific that tells you, okay, now's a good time to use it. That way, it also encompasses like the use cases of the defensive side of the Illari ult, right? Like Genji Blade, Venture ult, that kind of thing. Make sense?
That is something that I'm really bad at cooldown tracking. Whenever
yeah, well, you'll get used to it.
That.
Yeah, like this is a good way to practice that actually. Like just start looking for the cooldowns when you have the ult, right? So look for a specific green light to tell you when is a good time to rip the captive son. Okay. Whether that's a specific, or I should say, can be specific cooldown. Can also be used defensively in response to an ult, right? Genji Blade. You can even do stuff like Malga Cage, right? You can if you're not caught in the cage, you can fly up and shoot it down. If you are caught in the cage, you can just shoot in the people who are in it. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Okay. Cool. What else? What else? What else? Okay. If you're using it for general pressure backline mentality, need to have more patience and make sure it doesn't get immediately invalidated. Okay. The reason why, like, honestly, I think your best ult was on the monkey when he jumped in and bubbled, right? The reason why that's good is because he just used everything, right? He doesn't really have a response after that, right? So that would be a green light, right? That's a good example of a decent green light. Make sense?
Yeah.
What else? Is there anything else you want to add to this?
I would say my outburst movement you pointed out, has definitely been very bad, but I think I'm more familiar with the control scheme of the mouse and keyboard stuff now, but being only able to move in 8 directions while I'm doing that has been a little awkward for me. But I think I'll get better at it.
Okay.
I guess just putting more thought into where I'm going to land is definitely
good. Give your landing location or outburst more thought. Okay. Every time you use outburst, there's like a 6-second window of like pretty decent vulnerability, right? So need to make sure you land in a spot that will be safer. Okay. Cool. Yeah, and I think that's about it. I think we can leave it there for takeaways. What I want you to do is, can your system handle screen sharing on Discord or no?
yeah, I should be able to.
Okay, all right, let's do that.
I'm on my phone right now, so I need to rejoin.
Oh, sure.
Oh, Jesus.
Here we go. So, which of the ones do you want to focus on right now?
It was
confidence, look for green lights with ults, and give landing location for outburst more thought.
All right, I'm ready to run it down. I'm so confident right now.
Okay. Confidence it is, right? So we're going to be limit testing to get a better sense of when you can and should contest angles and lanes for greater map control, right? You want to do this when you have both cooldowns, right? And then find these angles sooner, right? Don't wait. Don't babysit your team. Just go and do it. Okay?
Yeah. For this map, what do you think is a good starting angle? Like I like going like to the default like high ground first, but I feel like it's easier to force me out even though I get better angles. But like going to the mega and having like a long angle, I think has also been. I've also seen some success with it, but I feel like it's easier
to. The mega
to.
side restricts your sightlines a little bit more, so I just
Yeah.
For high ground. But I don't think Again, it depends. It's more context dependent. Good. So again, if we can't see much, probably assign that greatest angle. Team did just turbo feed.
I forgot I'm not feeding.
Nice. Let's go. Rotate. Find your angle. Yep. Keep going. Good. Yeah. Good.
I probably shouldn't have done that.
No. Fine. And then deepen, right? After this, maybe. Yeah, deepen. Oh, yeah. Oh, really close there. So good.
My god. Hit a shot challenge.
You're good. Nice. Get off the cart, get off the cart. Don't be the one pushing.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm not pushing.
And set up your angle. Really? Okay. Yeah, not bad. Nice. Okay, don't worry about him. Worry about your angle. Nice. Time to go. Time to go.
Oh. Oh.
Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. So when you're on the top of the bus, you can actually just jump across to the bridge.
I thought I was getting shot by a soldier from
from the
like
room.
the high ground.
Yeah,
like I thought it. Yeah, I was not aware of where it was. Yeah. I have 700 healing.
Good.
No.
How much damage do you have though?
1500.
Yeah. There we go.
What the hell?
Good. Yeah, shoot this.
Oh. Oh my god.
Nice. There we
Okay.
go. Good.
Where is that Soj?
Over here.
Okay, not bad. Start shooting.
Oh no!
It's okay. Winnable. Yeah, that's a good beat.
They outnumber us. Their barricade is on the move. Stop them.
Yeah, not bad. Honestly,
no.
not bad.
I should have broken my paladin earlier, and I wouldn't have
Yeah, maybe. But like, more importantly, like, there's nothing you could have done for the other side anyway. So like, there's not, you know. Fighter, fighter. Nice.
Oh.
Good. Good.
I thought we lost.
This game mode is extremely easy to come back in, so don't worry about it too much. Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Okay, I am gonna push card.
Yeah, you kind of have to. You're just dead. You're gonna want to start getting off though, yeah. Good. Start getting out. Start getting out. You can't die here. Yeah, use this angle though. Yeah, perfect. Nice. Good. Cover, cover. Part. Okay, so what I want you to notice is the past couple of fights, the angles you've been taking are a lot more relevant in terms of like where the actual fight is happening. Early part of the game, your angle's like really, really far from, you know, the actual fight.
Okay.
As soon as someone else starts pushing, I want you to get off. Okay? Yeah, get off now. Get off now. Yeah, rotate. It's not a good angle, rotate. Good.
I feel like I really don't like being here, but
Just try it. See it. Okay, yeah, start. Run, start walking at you, just leave. Good, good. This is a good angle.
oh, I'm stuck.
You have outburst, you're chilling? Nice. Look at that. He tried to push you on your angle, you kill him. Perfect. God.
Hit a shot challenge.
Good,
Oh my
not
God.
bad. It's winnable. Try to push the card a little bit here. Try to see if you can cap. Nice, okay, now get out, get out. Run, run, run. Yeah. That's okay. Good try.
Okay, bro.
They recognize, bro. They recognize you're a problem. They're trying to kill you.
How are we totally owning them on the scoreboard, but we're getting rolled objective-wise?
It's because you guys didn't stop card the entire first point, the entire first checkpoint. Even though you guys were winning the fight. Yeah. Try to go for high ground here, so we can avoid this run. Oh, their pylon was already healing you, ironically.
Hmm.
Sorry, yeah.
I mean,
so-
hopefully we kill him here, please. I don't know.
Maybe not. He has a lot of HP. Yeah, I don't think you guys kill him here. Yeah.
That's crazy he got away with that.
It's crazy that your Doom doesn't die. It's actually insane. Go for high ground here, yeah. Nice. Good. I want you to try left side this time, okay?
Okay.
Okay, decent trade. Yep, try it. Nice. Yeah, not bad. Perfect. Now remember where you're gonna land. Good. Really good, man. Popping off. Good both supports. Start going left again. Alright, get off the cart.
Deeper?
Maybe. Look at what your threats are. Good. Yeah, shoot the cast, good. Yeah. Nice, dude. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Really good. Good. Go wide, go wide.
He for sure has shatter. These stuns?
I'm gonna have a lot of ults here, to be honest, but okay. Oh my god, your team has to touch. Heart team. Alright, you kind of had to sell your life there, but yeah, not bad. Damn, this respawn timer is long as shit. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Don't get too close this run. Nice. Oh. Nice.
Oh!
Nice. There we go. Now, I'll be honest, most of that was because your team just didn't contest card when they needed to. So, most of that was actually quite good, right? And then as you can see, right, the healing number doesn't fucking matter. You know what I mean? It really doesn't. and you did so much more work, like in those mid fights, I would say, like especially when you like killed their supports and all that kind of stuff, than you would have done just by like beaming and all that kind of stuff, right? Yeah, and these people, like all these people typing, it's just very clear that they have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. It's just very blatant. You know what I mean? Like, you are not playing a support. You're not playing a healer when you pick Illari. It's like having 2.4k healing on soldier. You know what I mean? It's like it's more than enough. You know what I mean? Okay. So, what time is it? We have maybe just a little bit more time. Let's do one quick play game, okay?
Sure.
Less stakes. So now we can actually really limit test and you feel like you're not, selling.
Yeah. And then I just have like, I wrote down a bunch of notes, just like my thoughts on like seeing other like Illari gameplay and just like maybe some thoughts on like macro level stuff, just random stuff. Okay.
Sure.
So let's see. So one thing that one thought that I have been using to maybe cope with my lack of aggression has just been that like Illari is naturally a character that plays to a slower tempo. Like if fights are long or like your team is taking a slow fight, it's better for her than like trying to play super quickly. What do you think about that?
So yes, but you have to understand what tempo actually means, okay? Tempo is not how fast your team goes in or how fast you guys get kills or anything like that necessarily, okay? Tempo has to do with the rhythm, right? Tempo is rhythm. It has to do with the cooldown cycle, the power spike cycle of a given team comp, okay? So for example, I think the easiest way to understand this is like if you just look at Monkey, right? What allows him to go in is not his jump, right? It's his bubble cooldown. It allows him to not die when he jumps in, right? So the tempo of Monkey is the rhythm of the bubble cooldown, okay? Similarly, same thing with Genji. It's like dash, right? All that kind of stuff. So it's not that dive comps have a faster tempo than Illari, right? It's just more pronounced in terms of actual rhythm, whereas Illari can kind of work in between the cycles, in the peaks and the valleys, right? So
she's less spiky.
Yes, she's less spiky because of just how she's designed and her damage delivery and all this kind of stuff, right? So it's not necessarily that slower fights are better for Illari in the sense that like, oh, we don't want to kill them fast. That's not true, right? Slower fights are better for Illari in the sense that it gives her more time to poke people down and kill people, and like be a nuisance basically, right?
So it's not that she wants to play slower. It's just that if you're playing if both teams are playing slow, I guess, and you're like playing well, like you're in your position well, your team will naturally have an advantage rather than I guess the alternative. I'm not sure what I'm saying.
Well, I don't think you don't know what the alternative is. But the alternative would be if, like, let's say there's two Illaris on a team, like on a map like Havana, right? One Illari is like constantly trying to force her value and like bursting in and all this kind of stuff, and going like, oh, I now have big peak in value. I hit them with the burst and a headshot, right? But now I'm dead, right? So the question is, okay, is that better than a Illari who's a little bit more patient, taking angles and being a nuisance, right? And that's where you have to kind of figure that out, right? More often than not, because of Illari's design, it's better to be a little bit more patient and steady. Right?
Oh, that's bad. I didn't mean to do that.
All right, so just go find your angle, right? Just go find your angle. Ignore all this nonsense. Good. And boom. Here's your angle. Perfect. Let close to cover. This fashion.
Oh, hey, dude.
They're all one.
Oh, please die. Please kill yourself.
Nice. Shoot this Mercy. That's good. It's fine. Force res.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, you do have to be ready for that once the res comes.
Wait, how did Queen walk past the four people on my team?
Well, your whole team was kind of pushed back at the moment. You were
oh my.
So the other thing is, with Mercy res, you can deny it with outburst. So you can poop her out of it, but It's something to just keep in mind.
Oh my god.
Good. Slow. Pylon.
I probably should have saved for myself.
Yeah. Good. Go high ground. Go top. There we go. Now go wide left, right? Can't see anything? Rotate. Good. Oh, don't drop off.
I got boobs!
Get back up there. There you go. Nice, good.
I thought the Lucio was right below me. I purposely shouldn't have dropped.
That's fine. Clean up. Good. Go, 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 go. Get off the cart. Stop typing.
Oh,
Go.
I was typing. I was typing.
No. Don't fucking worry about it. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Because they're literally winning and they're fucking complaining. Whatever. Yeah, good.
I'm gonna. Oh, holy fuck.
Yep. It's fine. It's fine. But there, like, you just got a little bit too close. You allowed yourself to get surrounded a little bit. That's fine.
Justice reigns from above.
I'm scared to push this, but I guess I will.
Yeah, good. Limit test. Don't hate it. Nice. I don't hate it at all.
Where is that
We're gonna
Illari
land.
and the Lucio?
Good. I like
not the far. Oh no!
It's such a good landing position.
I hit my head.
Yeah. Nice. Chase him, go, go. Nice. There we go. That's how you limit test. Oh, I didn't even that power spot before. What the hell? I didn't even know that wall existed. Yeah,
Oh my
get out
god!
of there.
Goodbye.
Yeah, good, good. And just like that, you got the second point. Nice. Find your angle.
It's not here.
Nope. Keep going. Yeah, there we go. Go up. Yeah, perfect. Pylon. Nice. And just chill up here. Shoot. Look at this. You're a fucking menace, bro. Look at this. You're owning the map right now. Switch
I think
it
I'm
up.
about to die.
That's alright. Switch it up. There we go. Oh, okay. Close. Oh, yeah,
Oh my god!
Time to go. Yeah, time to go.
Get off me!
Okay, yeah. So this is where takeaway 3 comes in, right? Keep in mind where you're landing. You don't want to go further into the room. You want to get out with the auto burst.
Oh, I should have gotten out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go back to your team. You force the Sigma to walk his slow ass all the way up there. I mean, you got kills there. You did so much there. You can leave. Look for ult. Yeah.
I'm about to feed.
All good. Go for it.
Oh my god!
What?
I should kill myself now.
That's crazy. How did it hit nobody? That's insane. Yeah, good headshots. Okay, not bad.
What the hell? Where? Hello?
Yeah, good. Really, really good, man. Really, really good. Get off the cart. I don't want to see you here. Yeah, look how much easier it is to shoot this person, right? There you go. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. All right. let's call it there. Let's see who gets to play the game.
Play
Oh,
of the game.
actually, this guy did pop off a lot.
Nice. These guys love.
They love typing,
love
man. They
to
can't
type.
get enough. Can't get enough.
I don't know.
What is this guy even saying, bro? All right. Let's call it there. So,
All right.
any questions? Any final questions about big takeaways? How it's implemented? Like how to actually practice this stuff?
Okay. I guess this is. We could have talked about. I could have asked about this earlier, but I guess when to like do I need to make sure that my team is like not falling apart before I rotate? Because like in the comp game earlier and in this game, you were just telling me go go go, like don't look at your team.
Yeah.
Like you should be finding find your off angles. What you were saying.
Yeah.
And I guess what was pushing against that in my mind was like I don't know if my team is set up well. Like what if like I'm the first person to engage them? What if I get forced out early? What if I'm too late? Like just all that stuff.
Yeah, so all the timing stuff, all the practice with like finding the angle at the right time and all this kind of that will come with the practice of finding your angle first. Like you just need to divorce yourself from the concept of I need to be near my team at all times, right? It's just not true, and it's like harmful to your like progress at the game itself, right? Not just Illari, but the game itself, right? So Jesus Christ, you have a 67% win percentage on Illari right now.
Well, let me see for comp. I don't know.
Or
no, that's 100%. Oops. Here, last season.
Sure. Yeah, that's disgusting. Yeah, so what you need to keep in mind is that at the very beginning of every fight, your team, by definition, cannot be falling apart, right? So if they're falling apart already, chances are we just didn't find our angle in time, or we just didn't get enough value on the angle in time. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm saying is like frame one. Right, like as soon as like the setup for the fight happens, before the fight even happens, right? We need to be finding our angle, finding our position, finding the value to output the pressure and limit how much value their team can get. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think like when they're on round start, my brain is either not working at full capacity, or like I've played the map a few times. I know positions that I like to play, and I'm kind of just like
defaulting
like hardlining, defaulting right to that. Yeah.
So fight against that, right? Like use your brain. Like think about even in the map voting stage, right? You should be thinking, okay, where do I want to go? Like what map is going to be good for my pick here, right? Before the map even loads up, you should have an idea of like, okay, this is where I'm going to do. You know what I mean? If someone pushes me, this is where I'm going to rotate to. That kind of thing.
I think like I have the first step in the plan, but like what you were saying after, like where am I going to rotate to after I get forced out? Like what positions can I fall back to after I've been forced out? Those are the things where I'm forced to make those decisions in the moment, and oftentimes it's one that could have been made better.
Yeah. So that will come with experience, and that will come with the whole confidence and limit testing thing, right? Like you in order to know that for the future, you need the reps to practice it in the present, right? But you're not getting enough reps because you're not really limit testing enough, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Final questions, final thoughts, anything like that.
Well, no, I think we've covered everything pretty decisively. Is there anything that you had in mind?
Did you have anything else from those notes that you mentioned before?
It was just a bunch of stuff that I written down. Okay. Oh, here. Like when I had played Siege previously, I really enjoyed the competitive aspect, or I guess you guys call ranked competitive, but comp in Siege was like scrims and stuff. But that's like the only part of the game that I really enjoyed. Like I hated playing ranked. I hated solo queuing. The team environment like aspect of it was what I really enjoyed. Okay. But I found that transitioning to Overwatch, there's like so much more to keep track of and there's I would say comms for outside of like ult tracking and like cooldowns and stuff is so much less important that it's more of a detriment often, like taking away from the things that I should be focusing on as an individual and trying to put it into a team that it's maybe less effective than just trying to do things myself. But like I'm really interested in the like the scrimming environment, like playing in tournaments and stuff. But what do you think about me doing that right now?
Yeah, I think that's fine. There's scrim levels for literally every level of play. So you don't have to wait till you hit a certain rank or something like that, unless you want to scrim at that rank. You know what I mean? So you don't have to wait. Yeah, find a scrim team, find a face it team if you really want to. You know what I mean? the calm stuff will become more important the better you become and the more you have your fundamentals locked in. Like you don't have to think about okay, which angle do I have to go to, that kind of stuff, right? Whereas then stuff like ult planning and layering and who's splitting but with who, like which unit, what is your off angle unit, composed of, that level of strategy will come once the fundamentals are locked in. But to be honest, fundamentals aren't really locked in until like low GM or something like that, right? Or like like maybe I don't know, at the very least high masters, right? So work on like that's why the individual aspect, like that's why comps really aren't that important in the lower ranks, right? But once you get that locked in and once you start playing within a more coordinated setting with more consistent people, right? People you have played with before, right? That's when the communication will really start to matter. Okay. Perfect. Does that answer your question?
All right. Well, yeah. Cool.
Okay. Good. Alrighty. So let's call it there. Let me stop the recording.